It was raining. It always rained in Tucker's little town. Thunder boomed, shaking his house, waking him up. He tossed and turned, trying to block out the noise from the heavy rain. Out of anger, Tucker got up and threw his pillow on the floor, sleepily rubbing his eyes and moving his reddish-brown hair out of his eyes. He walked downstairs and opened the fridge and poured a glass of milk. The rain was letting up a little now. Tucker walked back upstairs and looked out his window, the lonely street light barely giving out any light. He saw a figure run past it. He rubbed his eyes. Must have been seeing things, he mumbled to himself. He flopped back on his bed. The clock read 3:52 a.m. Tucker was awake now, unable to sleep. The house got incredibly warm all of a sudden. Tucker sat up and sniffed the air. It was an unmistakable scent. Smoke. Tucker jumped out of bed and raced down the stairs. The kitchen was on fire. The family room was burning up. He saw the figure from outside. It was frowning at him, and the person held a jug of gasoline and a box of matches. They dropped them in the fire and ran out the door. Tucker screamed, "Mother, Dad, get out of the house! Hurry!" He ran upstairs to his parents' room and opened the door. He stopped dead in his tracks as he looked in the doorway. His parents were dead, both their throats slit and X-shaped cuts on their chests. "No," he yelled as his eyes watered up. The fire was climbing up the stairs now. Tucker had no choice. He ran over to his parents' window. He opened it and looked down at the bottom where the backyard lay. The pool was a couple feet away. I can make it. I can make it. The fire reached the room now. He had no other choice. Tucker jumped out of the window. He closed his eyes and plugged his nose, hoping he landed in the pool. He felt the icy-cold water cover his skin. He swam to the surface, watching his house go up in flames. He heard sirens from fire trucks and police cars heading towards his house as tears streamed from his eyes. "What do you mean someone did this?" Policeman questioned Tucker. "Some guy came into my house and did this. I saw him. He lit it with gasoline," Tucker screamed. "Look, kid, there's no evidence that anyone was here. We can't do anything." Tucker glared at the cop in disbelief. "It's an anomaly," the cop said. "An anomaly? It means different. Abnormal from standards." Oh, Tucker looked down at his feet. He had to do something. He wasn't letting about his parents' murderer run free. He walked over to his neighbor's yard where they left a hatchet in an old tree stump. He pulled it out and kept walking down the road. "It's an anomaly," he chuckled. "Does that mean I am one too?" He laughed even harder. "What's going on?" he thought. "Why am I laughing?" He laughed harder. Next thing he knew, he was running down the road, swinging the hatchet round. "That's it," he yelled. "I'll just have to kill everybody till I catch the right person." He laughed and walked up to a house's front door. For all I know, this could be his house. He kicked the door open and ran up the stairs. A woman already awake. He pushed her down on the floor. She tried to struggle, but Tucker was too strong and took his hatchet, nearly cut off her hand. The woman had a knife in the other and ripped it out of her hand. Tucker slit her throat, killing her, and left a big X shape on her chest. "Let this be an anomaly too," he laughed, and climbed out of the window. I ran down the road with no one to know what happened to that woman and no one to know what happened to Anomaly.